So this is a little engagement practice in the area of maturation. If the first level of maturation is really focusing on our physical needs, one of our physical needs is around food. And it's an important practice to begin to understand how we're relating to food. So I'd like to invite you to take a period of time, maybe a day, or maybe a meal. And during that meal, I'd like you to watch and notice what happens around the hunger impulse. Is the hunger impulse welcome? Is it not welcome? So the first engagement practice is to notice how you are relating to the experience of hunger. And when you see food, or something that could potentially be food, also notice. Are you filled with desire and wanting? Are you filled with resistance and not wanting? Do you space out? Do you start thinking? Do you start planning? Is your planning related to the food, or is your planning related to taking your focus of attention away from the food? So the engagement practice is to notice what happens around hunger and food. And then the third part of this is that when you notice that you are resisting, that somehow there's a feeling of shame, or there's the inability to be with the hunger impulses, that they're somehow not okay, then the invitation is to bring a heart of love and kindness to that feeling of it being not okay. You don't have to make it okay. You don't have to make it different than the way that it is. Just bring a heart of loving kindness and embracing a tenderness, a care, a warmth, right into that feeling of it's not okay to feel hungry right now. It's not the right time. Or I'm not supposed to feel hungry, I'm on a diet. Or if I'm feeling hungry right now, it's because I have no restraint. So any of the stories that come up around hunger that resist just the feeling directly, bring the quality of loving kindness right there. And if you notice, and it is often the case that for many of us we notice, that when we see food, we become attached to it, obsessed with it, hyper-focused on it, obsessed with it. We can't get it out of our minds. We can't stop thinking about what's we're going to eat for the meal, or when we can go have that cup of coffee. Actually, coffee is a drink, so let's stay with food. It'll be simpler. So anytime we notice that our minds are attached, obsessed, fixated, hypervigilant around food, then allow yourself to bring the witness, non-judgmental witness, to that experience. You don't need to make it go away. You don't need to change it and have it be something different. Just bring a non-judgmental witness right to that feeling of hunger, of sight with the food, or smell with the food, or the taste with the food, or the feel of the food. Just bring the non-judgmental observation of the experience directly with the food. And when you do that, notice what happens. Notice what happens to the attachment. Just like the invitation is to notice what happens to the resistance when you bring loving kindness. And see what your experience is.